This is a tier list of the best NHL teams. Well, it's just all NHL teams, but we will be rating the best NHL teams. If you could help, we have recently hit 150 subscribers. Great. 200,000 views, I think. I've always wanted to been, if you look up, like, Jimmy, I've always wanted to been on the search history for Jimmy Giraffe, and you would be able to see my channel. So let's help me get to 1,000 subscribers and reach, or just in general, try to get my name on that search thing. So help me reach that, please, so we can, that would be really cool. Also, if we do hit 1,000 subscribers sometime, or you know what, let's make it 500. I'm going to try. I can't make any promises, but I'm going to try to get one of either our 100th subscriber, or who I think I know who it is, or our first subscriber, who I definitely know who that is, to give a channel, just talk or play Minecraft or something. Because I figured out I know who the 100th subscriber is, so I can actually do that. So anyway, all right, let's get started. The Ducks, not a very good team over history. They just haven't done much. I'm gonna put them in an E tier. Not that worst team, but not great. The Coyotes. Let's give the Coyotes. I'm thinking between D or C. I'm gonna go D. They're just not, yet again, kind of like the Ducks, but a little better. The Bruins may have to be an S tier. I would put them S tier. Over history, they just have a ton of Stanley Cups. They have a ton of good players. They're just a really good team. The Sabres are gonna have to go in that F tier. Just every year, the past few years, they've gotten off to a really good start, and then are just fallen and have done nothing, and they have recently been awful. The Flames, I'm gonna have to give I'm thinking B or C. I'm gonna go with B, because definitely B, actually, because they're just overall pretty good team. All right, the Canes, I'm gonna give them a B2. I think overall they were also pretty good team, yeah. The Blackhawks, they're gonna go solid E tier, because they have not won anything in a while. They are not doing well in their division, any of that, and it's just not a good team anymore. The Avs are a solid S tier with Makar and McKinnon. Kemper may not be the best goalie out there, but he can get the job done, and they're just a solid team. The Blue Jackets, I don't know much about them. I don't think they're that awful, so comment down if they are and I'm getting this wrong. So I'm just going to leave them in a C tier. The Stars, that's going to go solid B tier. They have Pavelski, a lot of good players. They've had a good history. They just recently haven't been as good as they have been in the past. Flyers, C tier, pretty average team. It's probably not a very accurate representation. But yeah. The Oilers, that is going to have to be an A tier. They just have so many great players, and they've had a pretty good history. They have McDavid and Draisaitl, which are two. McDavid is probably the best player in the NHL, and Draisaitl is one of the best. Florida, I'm gonna go B tier for them because they've been better recently. Not that. Actually, I'm going to move Calgary up to A tier. They just haven't been that great. The Kings are a D tier. They won a couple cups. They have like Kopitar. They have a couple good players. They're just below average team. They just don't win that much. Yeah. The Wild is an interesting one because they were second in the division, but they actually they got out first round and they got beat like almost every game of the season, I think, by the Blues, who were behind them in the division. So I think that overall I'm gonna go B tier because I think that they're generally a pretty good team though, so they deserve to not be C. They're above average. The Canadians, I'm leaning between A and S. If we're going over history here, they're definitely an S. But recently they have not been as good. So this is a tough one, and I may switch this throughout. So I'm gonna give them an S over their history because like they have the most Stanley Cups and they're just Predators, E tier. They're up there with the Blackhawks and the Ducks. They're just not like not a very good team. They might be lucky I'm not giving them an F tier. The Devils. A lot of people may disagree, but I think they're a pretty average team, so I'm gonna go C tier. That's all I have to say about them. They're just average, you know. The Islanders, I want to go B tier because I definitely think that they're above average. Gone to the playoffs a lot, won a couple times, I think. I would definitely think they're a little above average. I'm gonna say the same thing about the Rangers there. So yeah, the Senators, I'm thinking, F. I can see why you think higher, but I think they're just down there with the Sabres and just not a good team anymore, or really have been that great past. All right, the Flyers are a little below the level of, or not the, they are the Flyers. I called the Red Wings the Flyers. I'm at a loss of words here. They're definitely, I think they're below the an average level. The Sharks, I'm gonna go B tier. A couple 2018 the year Blues won the cup. They went to the semifinals, and they've gone pretty far in the past. They've kind of slowed down now that they've lost a lot of the, like Pavelski. The Kraken, I'm gonna go E tier, but I will say they are like they have Schwartz, and I think last I saw they had Schwartz and Dunn. They're just too early to really tell that much about the team. In general. I'm gonna move them down because yet again I said they had an awful year. So the Blues, solid B tier, above average. They won the cup recently. It sucks because I think they were gonna beat the Avs who won the cup, but then Binnington got hurt and Husso could not do anything. So the Lightning, no brainer. S tier. They won 2 cups in a row. They just have like Maroon. They have Kucherov. They just have so many good players, and I'm gonna put the Maple Leafs at A because I think they're up there with the Oilers. So all the Canadian teams besides the Canucks. Yeah, they've just had a really good. They haven't won the cup in a while, but they've had. I think they're just a really good team. I don't know why I think that, but I just think they are. The Canucks, I'm gonna go with a B tier. Yeah. The Golden Knights, C tier, because the first year I think they went to the finals, the Stanley Cup champions, because but they've kind of slowed down, and they're just yet again another team that's really hasn't been around for a while, and it's hard to judge. The Capitals, I want to go A tier. They won the cup a couple years ago. They're just, they have, say this a lot, they have good players. Ovechkin, who never seems to retire, and has the most goals almost ever by one player, or maybe, but he's just an unbelievable player, and he carries the team a lot, and it's just, just a pretty good team. Jets, I'm going to just go ahead and advance and put both of these at a B tier, because they're both, the Penguins have Crosby, who's very, very good. They won 2 years in a row, just like the Lightning, but they're just not that great anymore. And the Jets have also kind of slowed down. Honestly, the Penguins may be might be an A tier at this point, but I'm gonna leave them at B. Okay, that's all I have. So if you have any notes on this for me, let me know in the comments. Help me get my name on that board when you look up Jimmy. That'd be such an honor. Like and subscribe and comment if we should do another NBA or NFL, one of these or something. So yeah, like and subscribe.